Hi, Janelle here with Sheep Hill Herbs. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to another video. It is a beautiful sunny day. The windows are in front of me. I'm squinting a little bit, but it is sunny and spring is around the corner, which is great news. So let's just sit up a little taller, take some deep breaths, really low from the belly. So maybe you want to close your eyes and breathe in. Out. Maybe raise your arms, breathe in, out. Great. So take deep breaths throughout the day. Anytime you feel stressed, stop, take a couple deep breaths. In this video, I'm going to talk about wormwood. I often get questions on my black walnut videos about wormwood and clove in combination with the black walnut for a parasite cleanse. So I'm going to talk about wormwood today. But before I get started, check out my description. Take a moment to like, subscribe, hit the bell button, comment down below, and also check out my description. That's down below. I have my link wall, which has all my other links. You can browse through them, check them out. But I want to bring your attention to one, and that's signing up for my newsletter. So you click over to my website, sign up for my newsletter, put something in the subject heading to get my attention so I know it's not spam. But specifically, I do energy readings with people where I can go into your aura. I do aura a little bit, but it's mainly energy reading, the chakra points and the parts of your body that need to be raised. And then I make offerings or suggestions with herbs, mainly herbs, food, maybe sometimes an art making, creative making activity, or some kind of body movement exercise activity. So if you want to work with me one-on-one, you want to have your energy read, send me that message through my newsletter. So let's get started. Okay, so my most popular videos on this channel are my black walnut videos, and in specific, I use the black walnut tincture that I make every fall with the green hulls from the tree. That is in preference to the powder, which you can buy, that is made from the dried hulls and ground up. So I find that when the tincture is made, when the extract is made fresh from the hulls, it is so much better. And people often ask me, or they use this tincture to help with getting rid of parasites, which it does. So the chemical juglone in the black walnut is something that parasites don't like. It kills them off. But the thing is, we also need to expel from the body. So when you're doing a parasite cleanse, it's important to have the bowels moving and to be having a lot of fiber intake. So I would really recommend during that time to stay away from sticky, starchy foods. Lots of fruits, vegetables, water. You can have prune juice. And sometimes I recommend to someone a combination of herbs that includes Cascara sagrada that is slightly laxative so that your bowels are moving, so that everything is being expelled from the body. So black walnut, does it work by itself? Yeah, it can. But if you really want to make sure, it is better to have more herbs in that combination, especially if you feel like you really, need to do a cleanse. And wormwood and clove are often the two herbs that are used in combination with the black walnut. Most people that I talk to get the capsules, and I've made capsules for people with the clove and wormwood, separate capsules, and then the tincture for the black walnut. Wormwood is a very, very bitter herb, and I'm going to show you a picture, and I'm going to talk about this plant. And it's something like, if I do an energy reading for you, so I mentioned that in the beginning of the video, like I can determine do you really need to add the wormwood? Do you really need to add the clove? Is the black walnut enough? I don't like to just give blanket answers to people about like, okay, this is antiparasitic, so it's good for everyone. To me, that's allopathic. And so I like to do the energy reading and decide like, yeah, your body really is saying like a magnet, like I want the wormwood too, or I want the wormwood and clove too. So I'm going to talk about wormwood, show you some pictures, and hope you're enjoying this video. Wormwood, Artemisia absinthium. Here is a botanical drawing of wormwood. It has dark green leaves with a lighter green on the underside. This is Artemisia family. It is 2 to 3 feet high. It's a perennial herb, tall, erect, furrowed stems. It's silvery green. It is also, mugwort is in the Artemisia family. It has lacy leaves. The leaves and stems are covered with a silvery white down of fine hairs. Wormwood. Okay. A little bit more about wormwood. It's a very old remedy. It is a lovely plant in the garden. It is a pleasing, enjoyable plant. Absynthium means lacking in sweetness. It is not sweet. If you ever taste it right on your tongue, very bitter, well, especially the powdered form. And remember that bitters are good. Bitters activate our digestion. So I'm looking down because I'm using this book. I should show you this book too. This is my desk reference to Nature's Medicine by Stephen Foster and Rebecca L. Johnson. I will link that in the description. I love this book because it has really great pictures. It has photograph pictures and the botanical drawings. I'll just show some more. It has a lot of plants and it goes into the history, not just like the description, but I love to know the history. So that's why I'm looking down here. So the common name wormwood is, it possibly derives from the Anglo-Saxon word wermod, which meant man's courage, and may have been reference to the herb's reputation for helping bodily weakness, overcoming bodily weakness. And it is, originally, it was used to flavor extracts of vermouth, the Artemisia absinthium. Because of its pungent scent, Artemisia was also common as a strewing herb and used as an insect repellent. So I have often used peppermint in my drawers, dried peppermint, never the Artemisia, but now that I know that, I will do that. It was sometimes used by German brewers as a substitute for hops in making of beer. And in France, by the French, in the liquor absinthe. Artemisia has also been used in love potions and to cure hemlock poisoning. So really interesting history about this plant. So oftentimes we have a plant and we think, oh, well, that plant is good for getting rid of parasites, or that plant's good for the stomach. But just like our bodies are like holistic, so interconnected, the plants are that way too. And when we put them together, the plants work in many areas of the body. So it's important to know more than one property of a plant because you have more than one benefit. And sometimes when you benefit one area, another area raises. So for instance, like if I were benefiting, let's say my heart, and by raising the energy of my heart, let's say the heart chakra, when I did an energy reading is really low in energy. And I raise that, help you raise that with heart healthy plants or foods, then oftentimes the digestion or some other area that was low raises too. So that is really neat. Artemisia, but wormwood has been used mainly for stomach upsets and to expel intestinal worms. You can get worms anywhere. People often like, oh my gosh, how did I get a parasite? Parasites are everywhere. They're in the soil. If you have pets, if you live on a farm. And I think more than likely, though, it's meat sources that are not really healthy meat sources. A lot of the meat processing plants, disgusting. So get farm-raised meat. Anyway, it's easy to pick up parasites, but parasites do not stay in a clean, healthy environment. They eat waste. So if there is constipation, there's mucus buildup, if there is waste buildup, they're happy. They're going to stick around. Otherwise, they're going to leave. A body that is filled with good nutrition and lots of herbs, they're going to go through right away. But worms, parasites have become more and more popular. And I could go into the reasons, or not popular, common. I could go into the reasons for that, but I'm not going to at this point. So, wormwood, also good for colds, flu, tuberculosis, tonic effect on the liver and the gallbladder, and the entire digestive system. Sometimes the leaves, I'll show another picture. The green leaves were chewed to just stimulate appetite. In the spring, I just go up to the garden and chew a little bit of the herbs as I'm walking around because I know it's stimulating the digestive system. We're very used to salty and we're very used to sweet, and we tend to stay away from bitter, but bitter is a very important herb. Okay, so wormwood, I think hopefully I convinced you about wormwood. Now, I buy wormwood from Mountain Rose Herb, and they're in my link wall. And I also buy wormwood from Star West Botanicals. Some of the more unusual herbs I do order. I try to grow and dry as much of my own plants. I guess I'm going to just put this on I'll turn the camera around. Okay, so here is the wormwood. And powdered, it usually is this like greenish yellow color. Now this, to be honest, if I were going to assess this wormwood, it should have a little bit more green in it. And that is why I like to grow my own plants, most of my own plants. For the most part, I'm pretty happy with the plants that come from Star West Botanicals. This is Bulgaria. That is the source location for the herb. Mountain Rose Herb is probably the highest quality. Now, if I'm tasting, smelling, the scent smells pretty good. It's bitter. It's pretty bitter when you chew it up. So I can also energy test this, and to do that, I use a muscle testing counting technique with my fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I get a 7, and I want a 10, and I believe my Mountain Rose Herb bag is a 10. It is still very bitter, and you will still get benefit even if the herb is not a 10. But sometimes you have to use more. So just a little kind of like showing you how to address the quality that you're working with. I do not grow wormwood. I think I would like to, but it's not an herb I use a lot of. I mainly stick to black walnut for myself for any kind of parasitic cleansing. But like I said, sometimes you really need that wormwood because black walnut is not stimulating the digestion, but wormwood is. So you have the killing of Parasite, and then you need to Expel. So I think that pairing them together is a winning combination for many people. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was, and this is really bitter. I need to take a drink. Hope you enjoyed this video. Come back again soon. Like, subscribe, check out my description. And like I said earlier, go to my link wall, go to my newsletter page, work with me. Send me a message. You want to work with me? Do you want an energy reading? I can go through all your chakra points, go through your aura, and give you a printout, a write-up of what you need herb-wise to help raise the overall energy of your body. So thank you so much, and come again.